Howdy everybody, hope you're okay. We are over to the west of America. Yes, that's right, we are in Yosemite. And we've got a nice little flight over to Colorado in Eagles County. The view that you can see at the moment, we are on runway 29 right. And in the background there you can see a 747, and that's the Delta flight that I'll be flying tonight, Delta 267, and we should have around about an ETA of 2210. So, like I say, we're in Yosemite. It's about 138 miles southwest of San Fran. So just inland, and we'll be heading east over to Colorado and near Colorado Springs. It's a west to east. We've got flight level 390. We have information echo, and currently we're on stand 17. Those who have been on my stream before, you know, on a Tuesday, Thursday night, it's a Southwest flight sim group, and we'll be making our way over with the guys, probably about 7 pilots on, and we've got Rory and Jeff tonight on the ATC. And who have we got on? We've got JFK 126 Cars. I know who he is. Howdy, pilot. Howdy, buddy. How are you? That's my future brother-in-law. That's right, I said it. It's live on the stream. Nice to see you, buddy. Need to catch up soon. So, as per usual, we're in a cold and dark state in the 744, and we're on stand 17, like I say. So we'll just head over now, and we'll join the cockpit, and we'll start the startup procedure. We've got about half an hour until taxi, and from there we'll taxi out over to the north. We've got a SID already. We've got Ocal 4, and we've got quite a long complicated star coming in. I'm joined tonight by the old whiskey and coke, as per usual. Just the one. It's a school night. Don't be that naughty. And we should have a nice flight. I have taken off GSX, and I've also deleted both of the config files, so hopefully we won't get too many stutters tonight. I know my frame rates are now averaging around 30-35, and I've tried to lock them up, so hopefully we'll have a bit more stutter free night tonight. And one of the guys, sorry I missed that, sorry Dave, sorry I'm setting up. You right? Yeah. When I opened my door, it opened all the doors of the aircraft. Everybody's in the. I know I said daft, but I know the people who haven't got the PMDG, but it's still opened up. So what the guys are chatting about in the headset at the moment, we've got a new bit of software that we're just playing around with at the moment. We might switch over to that server, and I tested out with the guys on Sunday, so looks like the way forward, but we're just testing it out over the next 3 to 6 months. Right, so cold and dark state, let's get some power onto the aircraft. Batteries on. Battery power on, and the APU, there we go, the APU is just about to start. Wait for the APU to come on, let's have a little look, see what we've got on. We've got KLM, that's John, KLM 618 there, he's in the 737, nice little livery there. And what I tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to just change Dave's livery. Dave is in, let's have a look. Dave is in, oh, he's in a 500, he's in, so we'll put him down as a Speedbird 100, so let's get him in a 747, just change his aircraft so it matches. And I'm going to put him in the old Landor livery. There we go, that's all done. There you go, so we've changed his aircraft, and he's in the British Airways livery, and we've got one more guy that's just come on, Ken. Let's change Ken's. No, Ken's aircraft is alright actually. He's in Speedbird livery again, but that's Speedbird 142, a bit further up the airfield. Right, jump back in the cockpit. Have we got APU power? We have. Generators are on. Left, right, APU. Back on. There we go. We have got power to the aircraft. Let's line the RRSs up. Wait for that just to come alive, and we should have now navigational displays on. Let's get some lights on. Yeah, lights coming on, lovely jubbly, and FMC. Here we go, yeah, that's come alive. Great job. Fuel, obviously a short little flight in a 747, short range, so we'll just pop that in. Unlike last night where I had to pull off a flight plan, as you know, on Tuesdays and Thursdays we don't get too much of a flight plan. We have the SID, we have the star, and the flight plan in the middle is all down to us to handle with ATC, so en route ATC, so a bit more hands-on, just how I like it. Fuel payload, that's all done now, and what I will do, I will simulate, because I've taken GSX off, I'm going to simulate that the passengers are all boarded, just so that I can start the rest of the checklist procedure. So we'll remove the gateway. Let's have a bit of a zoom in action there. There she goes, and then we'll close up the doors. There we go, beautiful. That'll be me. I like a challenge. I tell you, actually, this airport's okay for 747. It's got enough runway. It's where we're going. I was going to say, I'm only about 3,000 feet short of runway, but hey ho, I thought I'd give it a go. With empty fuel, who knows? I'll just come in really nicely with full flaps. I'm sure we'll be okay. Yeah, got that very short star, Ian, got that very short star. I know, joking. I was writing all the waypoints down going, oh my goodness. Right, the guys obviously all chatting to me at the moment, and we should get it away on time, about 25 minutes to go. Right, position the IRS is up, here we go, so that's all now alive, and we are in Yosemite, and so we have got KFAT is the IACO, and we'll just see if it accepts 17, the gate we're on. Not in database, no. We're having a bit of an issue with the PMDG on the gates, that's fine. Okay, I'll jump on that. Evening, Jeff. Right, okay, I've just got to download a arrival chart. There we go, downloaded the chart they want me to download. We have got a bit of a chart. One addition we've got tonight, we have got the Navigraph down at the bottom left. I've swapped Navigraph with we have plan G, and we're going to try out Navigraph due to VGL's recommendation, so we'll see how that runs. And Colorado, we have got... Let's have a look. we've got Kilo, Echo, Golf, Echo. Okay. Great job. And we're taking wind conditions literally perfect. We've got no wind at all, so no one had a curry last night, so we're all good on that front. 11 left, and we are in Delta, which is Delta Alpha Lima 267, and let's activate that route. Okay, here we go. We are on the OL4 departure. There it is. And now the star, what's the time? We've got time to put the star in actually. We're coming in on runway 25. We're going to use the localizer, so we'll use the ILS. All good. Hope you have a good flight. Cheers, buddy. Thanks a lot. I'll catch up with you soon. And transition is Romeo Lima Golf. So we're all good there. Right, legs. Let's get the legs going, shall we? Right, we need a bit of a long one tonight. Romeo India Lima VOR. We've got Tango Romeo Uniform Echo Lima. So we've got a bit of a long star coming in. Do like a challenge. Now we have got, there it is, a Romeo Lima Golf. But then after Romeo Lima Golf, we've got Footy. So we need to put Footy in here. We've got Kimball. We've got River, spelled like that. And finally we got Vale coming into 25. Where's 25 gone? 25, hello. Yeah. Get runway 25, and that was after Vale. We are looking okay. Yep, that's quite good. Right, initiation page. Let's get the 08 fuel in. 10. Cost index 100. And cruise level today is 390. So outside temperature is 17 degrees. Very, very nice. So 27 on the select. And the takeoff, we are going to do flaps 10 takeoff, and the runway length is 9,200. Fantastic. So V1, V2, VR, there we go. The trim is in. Yeah, we are all good to go on the initial ref, that's good. Legs are okay. And we are activating that. Make sure all my DME and my altitudes are fine. The only restriction we've got to be at flight level 240 at Raleigh, so that's fine. Oh, is it Raleigh? Yeah. How the hell did you get the cloud charts to accept your route, or is it just direct? Good afternoon, evening, VGL. Is it direct? Right, okay, yes, I have got Navigraph in a separate window. I've got the source to look at that separate window, and so basically what you're looking at, VGL, is a Navigraph desktop. Okay, I've just put in the route Yosemite to Colorado. So in a moment, once I've set up the aircraft, if we've got a bit of time, I'll put in what route we've got so far, Okay, and do you remember I said about the pink arrow? That's all in there. And actually, what I do is if I take this away, cha-ching, what we'll do, if it's alright with you then, we'll make this a bit bigger. Make that a bit bigger, see if that helps. I know it covers up a little bit of the logos there, but see if we run with that for a little bit. How do the cloud charts to accept your route? Well, I just put in, you have... I'm just busy setting up the 747. They're talking about Noddy and some real old, like, no, I can't remember what they're saying now. Muffin the Mule? All these old programs. I've been trying to get it to accept my PFPX flight plan and it's having none of it. VGL, we will catch up in a bit on that one. We'll have a look at mid-flight, see what it is. I haven't used PFPX for a long time. But that's not an issue. We will have a look, see what we can do on that front for you, bud. I don't know why it went accept. Are you trying to import the PFPX file? Are you trying to import it into Navigraph? Because I don't think, well, as far as I know, I haven't played around with it, but I don't think you can do that. You have to literally manually type in where you got the pencil and put in the route manually. But you could just copy and paste into the route and see if that comes up. We'll have a play around with that in a minute. I'll set the rest of the aircraft up. So Jeff wants us at flight level 240 at Romeo India Lima. That's all good. So I'm quite happy with that. Right, let's set up the rest of the aircraft. I'll tell you, it's a little bit dark. So make it a bit. There we go. There we go. Bit of light here. Right, elevation levels. Let's set that. Yeah, 340 is for Yosemite. And let's start. We have got speed 250 under 10,000. And we're in 744, so we need to obviously get on a bit. I'm going to leave my set altitude at 100. That worked out quite well last night, didn't it? When Charles de Gaulle gave us that. And we're on runway 11 left, so we want 110 in the heading. Actually, just slightly off. There we go. 110. It's something to do with the AirAt cycles not matching, even though I've got the you've got them all off the same database pane. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you know what? I'll play around with it for you. What I'll do is I'll use SimBrief. I'll try and import it in from SimBrief into Navigraph. I haven't played around with Navigraph that much. I just use it for the charts and the moving map now, obviously. So we'll have a look at that. I'll see if I can import it. I didn't know you could import it. I thought you just had to copy and paste the route into the actual box that it gives you show route. So we'll have a look at that moment. Right, let's finish up setting the MCP. Right, flight directors on, left on, right on, and we have got traffic that's already on. Lovely, great job. LNAV, VNAV, all happy. They like a bit of that. Okay, we are going to go into hectopascals, 1024. Great job, fantastic, and we'll whack them onto hectopascals as well. Lovely. Okay, we're looking pretty much there. What are we, 20 to 8? Good, guys. Not many guys on yet. We've got about 4 pilots. Oh, someone's just whispered again. What's going on TeamSpeak? Oh no. Chart Cloud will accept a pin file, plan file, if you want to give it a go. Oh. Okay, I will do. I won't tonight because guess what? I haven't got a flight plan tonight apart from a SID and a star, and the star is homemade. Because on a Tuesday, Thursday, we get the ATC given to us. Sorry, we get the flight plan given to us by ATC en route. I know that that's the part that I like. It's pretty much hands-on, and you don't know what you're doing in terms of where you're going. So it's all new. So I quite like that. You have to use the browser version to import, though, not this one. Got it. Got it. So yeah, I'll have a look at then the browser version. Obviously, I've downloaded the desktop version, so you can see it on your screen. So we'll have a look at that. But yeah, I'll be interested to have a look at that, especially when I'm on VATSIM, when I import the plans in from SimBrief. That actually might be quite useful. So thanks, VGL. I'll see if I can help you out on that one, buddy. Right, we have got, let's get the nav, the beacon, the strobes, work on taxi lights in a moment after taxi checklist. That's good. We are looking pretty much set up in this 747. Let's double check down here. Cool, right, the monster checklists here. And now, no, that's not going to help me. That's a 737 checklist. Kind of similar, but we need a bigger one. I'll tell you what, I've got it downloaded online. That's what I said I was going to do, wasn't it? That's what I said I was going to do. I said we'll try and get a checklist. I forgot all about it. I've got a checklist, I mean, I haven't loaded it though. How are we going to do that? Let's think, Mr. Matt. Let's have a little think. What have I got? I've got 70 minutes departure. The guys are all setting up, so that's all good in the hood. Checklists, where are they going to be? Actually, I might put them on my desktop. I did put them on my desktop. Right, 747 checklist. That is the one we want, because guess what? We are in a 747. Hello, chicken. Right, let's have a look. It's loaded. Right, can't promise you anything, guys. Let's descale that Navigraph a minute. Whoop. Yeah, I'm really chuffed that I've got the Navigraph to work. VGL. We might run with this from now on instead of Plan G. Let me know your thoughts. Feedback is always appreciated. Right, there it is. He's only just gone and done it, hasn't he? He's only just gone and done it. Is that not, or is that not a checklist? Let's have a look. Right. There is the checklist there, believe it or not. Right, pre-flight checklist. So we've got battery switch on, standby power switch auto, hydraulic pumps off. Yeah, park and brake is set. Just check. Oh, no, it wasn't, but it is now. Landing gear down, flat position 0 and agreed. Fuel control switches, yeah, they're definitely cut off because there they are. And fuel control switches, yeah, I've just said that. And anti-ice, yeah, fine. Oxygen checked, yeah. Emergency doors armed, yeah. And oxygen, yeah, checked. Lovely. Before start checklist. Hydraulic demand pumps, aux, yeah. Fuel pump full load on, and APU on, yeah. Beacon light both on. Doors are closed. Auto passenger signs are on. Happy days on that front. So I think we're pretty much to go. Let's have a look at what we've got in terms of taxiway. Like I say, we're coming out on 11 left. 11 left. What we got? 11 left. Oopa. So from our present position, we're on stand 17. We'll take Bravo. Unlike yesterday when we were at Charles de Gaulle, which was hilarious. We'll take Bravo. We'll go up and up. Easy, easy peasy. As long as I face west or northwest, It's literally up Bravo, hold up Bravo 1-2 for 1-1. Oh, where are we going? Left. I know, so we'll have to cross runway 1-1 right, 11 right, and hold up Bravo 12. Okay. Sounds good to me. And now, I tell you what, we can have a look at the real world maps. So let's get rid of the checklist a minute. That's quite big on my screen. Let's get, oh, cool. I like it when a plan comes together. Right, now we can pull this across. There we go. It's quite small on your screen, I can see that. So I might have to redo, if this works and we run with Navigraph, we might have to re-look at actually how the stream looks, because obviously the box is quite horizontal, so we'll have a look to see how that works. Right, view charts. Taxi chart. Taxi chart. Taxi. Okay. Yeah, Navigraph is definitely a better option. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, we'll have a look at trying. Maybe I'll have the Navigraph bit at the top. I don't know. I'll maybe redesign the stream if this is going to run and this is going to work. Because basically, if I pull it like that, it kind of blocks everything, doesn't it? So I don't know how big to have it. So I'm going to have to really play around with it, basically. Because that really kind of impairs your vision of the cockpit a little bit when I do that. So maybe have it like that. I don't know. We'll have a look, but we're good. I'm glad it works. Right, taxi. Get rid of. Something going on there. Right, where have we? Taxi. There she is. There she is. Oh no, she's gone. Where is she? There she is. Look at that. This is good. I'm quite liking this. I'm quite liking this. And there you go. Look at that position. Bravo 3. So can you see where I said we'll go up Bravo? This is much better option. You're right, VGL. This is much better option. We're going to run with this because this is really good. The only thing I like about Plan G, you see all the landmarks. So when we were heading down over London yesterday and we're coming in from Charles de Gaulle, you could see Biggin Hill, you could see Compton, you came over. That was good, but I mean, A, this is a bit more professional, and B, you know, you've got it all in one. You've got the charts and moving map. I don't know if you can see it on your screen there, but I'm looking at the taxiway. I'm looking up and down. All looks good there, doesn't it? And you can follow. You'll follow that. Follow that. So when I go on to the SID chart in a moment, which is a standard procedure SID, we can jump to that. Actually, we'll prep that up because I can put it in my right hand screen. Yosemite 2. Oh, yeah, he says that if you can find the Opal 4. Is it that one? Is this Opal 4 departure? Because because it's called Coldale. Yeah, it is a Coldale. There we go. So there you go. So we'll follow. Once we pick up the SID, we'll follow that out. So that all looks good. And I don't know if you can see that moving around in your screen, but I'm quite happy with that. So we'll keep it on there at the moment. Right, guys, bear with me one moment. Sorry about that, guys. When your mother calls, you do not hang up and you do not put her on the "I'll speak to you later" tone. So sorry about that. We're back in action. Love my mum, so unfortunately I will always pause for her. So here we go. We are all set up on the old Navi charts, which I'm quite impressed with, and very shortly we'll be going down to the ground frequency for our flight to Colorado. A couple more things to do. Like I said, on the PMDG 747 we need to hit the VHF 1 button if you've got Cytec controls, and there we go. My Cytec control panels are engaged, and that's all good in the hood on that front. De-icing, I don't think so. It's 28 degrees outside, so a lot warmer than the UK. So we're all good on that front. Who have we got on? VGL, Fronezilla, hi buddy, nice to see you. And we've got GFK 126 cars. Jeff, you're in me again. Oh, it just keeps on going psst, psst. I was going to say one of your hotkeys must be a letter or something, because every else after I'm going psst, psst, psst. I'm like, you're whispering on TeamSpeak to me. It's like someone in my ear again. Psst. It's hilarious. So Jeff's got one of his hotkeys set up to privately talk to me on the headphones, and it's a little bit distracting. It's like a whisper. So there we go. Right, let's have a look, see what we're doing in terms of aircraft, see if I've got everyone set up correctly. I haven't. I know I've got to actually change a couple of aircraft profiles, so I'll quickly do that so everyone's in the right livery. That's the only thing about FS Host. This new bit of software we're using will hopefully automatically do it, so we'll have a look. So who have we got? 956, which is Jeff. He's actually ATC, so we'll just put him in a little Jeep at the end of the runway. And who else have we got? We should have everyone set up actually. So only 3 pilots tonight actually. One's just dropped out. Let me just count that. 2 ATC, just myself, John, and Dave. Oh, bit of a smaller turnout tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully the sound level's alright, guys. Just let me know if I'm too loud, too quiet, etc, etc, and that you can hear the music. All that jazz. As they say, your feedback is much appreciated. So almost ready to go. We'll tune into the frequency on ground, which is 124.20, and we are all set up almost. I'm really quite excited about this Navigraph if this works. I'm like I say, I might have to just kind of squeeze the simulator bit. I will always obviously promote Southwest Flight Sim Group. They've been absolutely fantastic from the moment I've joined them, so I will try and keep them on the screen. I've also got the charity thing to get on there as well. When my wife comes home to me tomorrow, I will discuss that. So obviously any donations, as you can see on the bottom right, that will go through to a PayPal account that I'm going to start donating to some charities. So we've got a few dear to our hearts, so we're just going to have a bit of a discussion about that. So that's all good. So the stream is actually looking, I wouldn't say professional, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm quite enjoying that. Let's just hope, fingers crossed, the stutters are okay. Like I said earlier, I've deleted 2 config files, so hopefully that will be okay, and we'll have a nice smooth flight tonight. In terms of future streams, obviously every Tuesday, Thursday, as you know, and I do at the weekend. As I've mentioned, the wife is home after 2 weeks away, so the weekend I will probably get at least one flight in on VATSIM. Probably get a bit of Twin Otter action, because I haven't taken the Twin Otter out for quite a while now. I do like the Twin Otter. I know VGL does as well. So we'll get some Twin Otter action. Before we get started, and ATC will obviously be calling up in a minute, we'll just remind you that obviously you won't be able to hear the guys in the headset out of privacy because it's a private network, unlike last night on VATSIM where you could hear the ATC, you won't hear ATC, so it will sound like I'm talking to myself half the time. That's probably actually nothing unusual, but when we're on VATSIM you can actually hear the ATC. So obviously you can hear me fine, hopefully, but you won't be able to hear the guys coming through the headphone set. So we should all be ready to go. Ian, I don't think I've given my cruise level on 390. Looks like this is going to be it for tonight, doesn't it? Right, what I am going to do, the guy's just saying there was that chart that I just pulled off of TeamSpeak, so I'm just going to have a quick look at that. Where's my downloads folder gone? Downloads, and this is for 1way25. Oh, it's the Jefferson chart. So guys, as we've got Navigraphed, that's great. We've already got that, so looks slightly different on Lido, but let's have a look. Okay, so what we've got to watch out, the airport elevation is 6,540, so it's over to the east. It's in the Colorado mountains near Colorado Springs. So it's quite a high runway, so we've got to watch the elevation levels there. If we're really high, that's why he wants us at 240 at Riley, because literally we're only then 10,000 feet before almost we hit the runway, so just got to watch out for that. What else on the chart? We've got visibility, should be good. We have got an ILS on 2.5, that's fine. We'll program that in a little bit later, we'll find out what that looks like. And yeah, there's quite a lot of mountains, there's quite a lot of minimum altitude levels, so we'll have to keep an eye. Be quite a tricky approach, I think. I've not done it before, I've not done Colorado Springs, so I'll see how that runs. Active Sky. Oh, I tell you, I haven't loaded Active Sky, so we'll just put that in. There we go, so Kilo Echo Golf Echo is the IACO code for where we're going to Colorado, so that's all good. I'm really looking forward to this actually. If I've eliminated the stutters, I'll be a happy man at the end of this flight. It will be quite challenging as well. Maybe chosen the wrong aircraft. I wanted to fly the 747 like we did on Tuesday night's flight. Tuesday flight was really good by the way. If you look at that stream, diverted because one of the aircraft was stuck on the runway, so I had to come off the ILS and manually land the 747 onto the right runway. I landed a little bit harder than I thought I would. We landed alright, but obviously it simulates realism, so the brakes got quite hot and I think I burst one of the tyres, so there you go, hey ho. But it was a very last minute go around. Probably what I should have done is gone around, but anyway, never mind. It's all a learning curve. So what I was saying, tonight I wanted to go back into this airport here at Yosemite is fine. I've got enough runway. I'm about 3,000 feet short at Colorado, so that'll be interesting. So light fuel, full flaps, full speed brake. Let's hope I don't go off the end of the runway. It's all good fun. Having a good laugh. Right, we should be. We'll just wait and see if anyone else joins us, because let's say we've only got about 3 guys on. As you can see, it's these 3 here. Okay, that's John, Dave, and myself, and Ken is actually there. So it'll be 4 pilots hopefully. So there we go. Tell you what I'll do. We'll bring up that checklist again. Let's have a look. What's my hotkey for the checklist? Is that it? There we go. I'm quite impressed with that. So we've got the Navigraph chart and we've got a 747 checklist. This is almost looking like a professional stream. Don't be too fooled. Right, here we go. What have we got? So we're going to be looking after the. We've done the before start checklist. After start checklist, after we've asked for the push and start, APU selectors required. Yeah, packs on. Yeah, recall status checked, the ref speeds checked, that's fine. Flaps set as required, so we will set the flaps as we're taxiing out. Flight controls checked, normal RT auto brakes onto RTA. Sounds good. And then we've got before takeoff check. I'll tell you what I'd love to do is have a co-pilot who can do the checklist with me. Maybe you can do that on the old Twitch, but I'll tell you what, there's a 20-second delay from when you type your message to when I receive it due to the server, and I'm not paying to upgrade the server at the moment unless I get over 100 followers constantly. Then I might have a look at paying the $14.99 a month upload speed. So that's where we are on that one. But I'll tell you what I've got the FS2 Crew co-pilot software. Like I said before, I'm just waiting for the voice recognition. I need to set that up, but that'll be quite good. But that will be an extra thing to worry about. So I'll be streaming to you, listening and communicating with ATC, setting up an aircraft, and also trying to negotiate FS2 Crew. So I would need a Red Bull beforehand. Alright, so we've just been called to ground. Here we go, guys. Flight to Colorado. Just setting up pushback. There we go. Tail to the left, I think. Might be actually tail to the right. What I've got to do, I've got to face east to go up Bravo. I'll have a look at that. Still can't get the pushback right on PMDG at the moment because I'm used to. Oh, that's me. Yosemite ground. Yeah, very good evening to Delta 267 with the information Echo on stand 17. Boeing 744 Heavy. Fired as planned to Colorado, and we're ready for the push and start. Clear for the push and start, and we'll call back you on the frequency when we're ready to taxi for Delta 267. Okay, so we are cleared for the push and start, guys. So let's get this started up.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We've been cleared for push and start. Tail to the right. Copy that. Ready for push, tail right.
Here we go. Release park and brake. And we're off. And let's get, as we've got 4 engines on the Queen of the Skies, let's get this started up pretty quickly. Let's hope she starts tonight after Tuesday's fun night of 3 attempts. We should be okay tonight. We should go to. Right, just got to watch that oil pressure. That's what it is. And we need to do is actually get the oil pressure on the screen. There we go, there we go. So let's just wait for it to get to N2 before we engage. Oil pressure's looking okay actually, and so cut switch up to run and engage in engine 1. Now let's just hope she's pushing back to the right way. No, I think we're going to be going the wrong way. Absolutely fantastic, that's a great start. Alright, well what we'll do, we'll just wait for that to come round, and then we'll have to taxi around to the other way. This is what I mean, I still haven't got the hang of the old push and start on there. Right, engine 1's engaged, engine 2, wait for it goes up to N2. Engine's up and running today, all good, quite happy with that. N2's coming up. ATC are going to be YZ facing west. Figure out, so that was tail to the right, so it's actually facing the aircraft forward. Right, there's N2, engine 2 done, engine 3, starting engine 3. Yeah, we like a bit of that action. It's looking all good at the moment, guys, looking all good. Let's get an outside view. That isn't looking good. Like I say, I'm missing GSX pushback. I don't like this software. I mean, obviously it's standard. Obviously it didn't help that I pushed back the wrong way, but hasn't measured the distances or anything. So I missed GSX, but gave me too many stars. So you know, can't have it all. Right, that's N2 for engine 3 and engine 4. Engine 4. Let's start up engine 4. Wait for N2. While we're doing that, can we get some flappage going? Yeah, we've got some flappage here. So flaps 10 take off. There we go. I'm gonna have to explain to the controller in a minute why I've facing the wrong way. N2 on engine 4. Here we go. Yosemite ground, yeah, we've just realised that we're facing west, should be east. We do apologise. We've got a couple of options. We've got Bravo 6 to our 3 o'clock, and if permission, if runway 11 right is in use, we could taxi up 11 right halfway up and come back onto Bravo, or we can swing round here in the apron, up to you, but we do apologise. Oh, thank you very much for that. So 11 right closed, clear to taxi 11 right, hold up Bravo 12 for 11 left, Delta 267, thank you, and we're almost ready to taxi, so confirm we're cleared to taxi up onto 11 right, Delta 267. Clear to taxi 11 right, Delta 267. Okay, so that's all done. Right, okay. Let's get the engine 4 off of aux, and let's get the packs on. Packs are on, lovely job, and let's get the APU off. Taxi lights on, yeah, great job. Engine bleed off on the APU, fantastico on that front. Lights out, distinguished, anti-ice off, everything else looks good. Right, as we're doing this properly, let's get the checklist up. I don't want to delay Jeff too much, but let's have a look. After start checklist, APU selector, yeah, is off as required. Packs are on, yes. Recall status check, yeah. Ref speeds are fine as required, and flaps are set, 10 and green light. Trim is auto set. Flight controls check. Clear left, clear right, up, down, rudder engage, left, right, brakes on, off, parking brakes set back on. Okay, after start checklist complete. Right, there we go. Parking brakes are off. Taxiing up 11 right. So runway 11 right is closed, so we're the only aircraft that's allowed to do this, so that's quite nice. Now we'll be rolling very shortly. Obviously take it easy because we're in a 747 and she's heavy. We're gonna miss her, aren't we? We are gonna miss her when they're all decommissioned. Beautiful aircraft. Look at that. I mean, Delta, maybe not, it's only because obviously in the States, but I mean still, she's a beautiful aircraft. Alright, so coming up to 11 right. Delta 267 entering 11 right.
Approaching 29 left. On runway.
Local QNH of 1024 for Delta 6. Okay, so we'll taxi up here. I feel quite privileged coming up on oh, tell you what, you've got the guys, you need to remind me when the checklist is up, like that. There we go, let's get rid of that. I feel quite privileged going up on 11 right.
5,100 feet remaining.
Right, let's put the tower frequency in. So tower frequency is 125.30, so that's all on standby when he gives us, we're coming a bit offline there. When he transfers us, when he transfers across. So we get permission actually to taxi all the way up to Bravo 12. Is it moving on Navigraph? It is moving on Navigraph. Can you see that? Let's zoom out a little bit. Look at that. We like a bit of that. We like a bit of that. And stutters are not too bad. Fingers crossed. Yosemite Ground Delta 267. Do you want to take us left at Bravo Lima and come behind KLM 618? So if I hold on 11 left behind the Boeing 737 KLM 618.
Caution, short runway, short
Will do
runway.
for Delta 267. Okay, cool. So we get permission. I'll tell you what, I feel quite privileged tonight. I mean, obviously my mistake, but we actually get to even hold on the runway, which, you know, that's ATC. They're asking me to do that. I don't mind doing that. We chicken. Brakes are on. Ching. Happy days on that front. Right, landing lights. Let's get them on. Just check everything else is looking okay. Yeah. Looking alright. Looking alright. We are looking okay. Well, they look quite nice up there. So 4 pilots on tonight, including myself. You've got John there in the KLM liveries, 618, 737. You've got then, who's that? We have got, 1 second, who is that? We've got Ken, Speedbird 142 in front of him. And then actually on the runway, the other Queen of the Skies there, that is Dave. And Dave is in, he's Speedbird 100 in the 747. All in concession, lining up Yosemite for Colorado.
On runway 29 left. On runway 29 left.
waiting now. There's a bit of a hold up with the other Speedbird, the other 747. So we're just waiting for him to get clearance. Oh yeah, copy down to 267. Well, while we're waiting, whiskey it is. It's a school night, so it's with Coke. Only the one tonight, school night. I'll say it's with Coke, so all good on that front. So we're last to depart tonight. We were the furthest one down. Plus, facing the wrong way didn't probably help us on that front. So there we go. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so 007 has just departed, 747, there he goes. And we're on a Ocal for departure, or it's actually called Coldale is the actual VOR on the SID. So Coldale for departure. I'll tell you what I did say I was going to do. I was going to try and get that in on Navigraph. I'll tell you what, we'll line up and see if we can actually get that in for you guys on Navigraph. So let's just line up behind KLM 618. Oh, I've got them all chatting now. There's a lot of ATC traffic in my ear roll. Right. Like I say, I don't think many 747s has departed from this airport. There we go. Right, while we're waiting for that, what did I say I was going to do? Let's select the Coldale departure. We're not on it yet, so we're still on the... Oh, hello chicken. We're still on that there. We're still on the taxi. Have I got time to do this? Probably not. All I know is that we are on, and all I've got is the VOR for Coldale, so at the moment. And you're right, VGR, I can't put, for some reason, I can't, this route is invalid. I can't put the VOR in for Coldale. Why is that? Okay, we'll have a look at that later. We'll have a look at why I can't do that. I thought we could do that. So you got the map there, as you can see, the west of America going into the middle there, Colorado. So you can see that. But what's it? Yeah, Delta 267. We're in sequence behind 618. We'll stop at the stop bar for 11 left. So we just need to grab. Let's grab them charts back. What charts do we have open? We had the... There we go. So we'll follow that and then I'll switch it over in a minute to the other graph. Right. He wanted us to move up in sequence and there we go. There's no wheels, as you can see, no undercarriage, and that's FS host. There's a problem with prepared for and FS host. That's why we're looking at moving to another client. Well, that's not one of the reasons, one of the small reasons, but you won't ever see until they fix the code that issue. And I've had a look. I don't think I can code it to get the undercarriage to work on AI traffic. So Set up. Tell you what we haven't done, and what have we got the brakes to auto brakes to RTA? I thought it was. Yeah, there. Oh, it keeps flipping back though. Doesn't like it. Wonder if we can do that. No, don't like it. Okay. Well, is what it is, isn't it? Don't know why that won't go to RTA. So wait for KLM 618 to depart. It's going to be a bit of a later one tonight, guys. I think we're going to be looking at about a 20 past to 10:30 arrival. We got off a little bit late. A couple of the guys had issues. Obviously, I had an issue on Tuesday night of just even starting the aircraft up for some reason. I still to this day can't figure out what that was. Something to do with the oil pressure. Must have been one of the settings. I have got realism on, so. Delta 267. If it's any help, I don't mind to come off the SID and be vectored out if that helps air traffic tonight. Okay, so just how about this for a plan? We'll fly the runway heading up to 3000 and then we'll turn a right hand circuit across, and if you just give us vectors up to Foxtrot Romeo Alpha, how about that, Delta 27? Okay, so it's a bit heavy. All the guys have taken off and they're quite close, so KLM 618, he's got everything literally programmed in, and I don't think he wants to go away from that. And if I'm up behind him as well, it's too much. There's too much congestion. So what we're going to do, I'm going to come off that SID, which is a pain because actually you're not going to be able to see it on the departure. But Jeff needs me to be vectored out. Delta 267. We clear to line up on runway 11 left. Yeah, clear to line up on 11 left, initial altitude to 100, Delta 67. Okay, cool, so we are clear to line up. Funny enough, like we did last night, that's a bit canny. Our initial altitude is 100, and that's what's programmed in, so we like a bit of that. Right, let's move forward. Come on, chicken, get going. There we go. There we go. Here she goes, Queen of the Skies. Very late departure, about 26 minutes delay. It's normal being in America, isn't it? Being delayed. Right, I am going to stop here because we don't have that much runway to play with in this 747. Like I say, probably should have taken the 737 out tonight, but I just love her. I just absolutely love her. Probably one of my favourite planes. It really has. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, by the way, VGL, I saw the space, the space shuttle X. That was pretty special. Saw that on YouTube. Delta 267, we're cleared for the non-standard departure. Fly runway heading up to 3000. Expect vectors Foxtrot Romeo Alpha for Delta 267. Okay. Yeah, copy that 267. Okay, so here we go. Oh, the guys are so funny. Right, okay. Let's get her up. Here we go. We haven't got that much fuel, so it should be good stuff. Quality viewing. Glad you're enjoying it, VGL. Glad you're enjoying it, buddy. Glad you're enjoying it. Let's just hope for the stutters. Fingers crossed for the stutters, guys. Fingers crossed for the stutters. Right, V1's coming up. Whoa. Hello. Oh. Oh. No, my oh, the pedals are gone from underneath me. Oh no. Oh, this is hilarious. And we're turning. I don't know what's just happened. Oh my life. The pedals are just gone. And I got no power. Airspeed low. Oh no. Well, quality viewing. Yeah, 267, we just got an issue with one of the rudder pedals. They've just disengaged. We are up in the air and we'll be back shortly. Stand by. Right. My rudder pedal's just gone underneath me and that caused a bit of an issue there. Right, okay. Well, don't panic, Mr. Mannering. We're up in the air. I'll tell you what, this is not... Right, here we go. Right, let's get... Let's get this up to speed. If in doubt, do it all manually. Well, that's hilarious, that was, wasn't it? That was absolutely hilarious. No, we're not going to have it on there, so let's have a look. Let's try and get us back to the moving map. There we go. Alright guys, we're back up in the air, that's okay. We're alright. We're alright. It was all going alright, wasn't it? It was all going alright. Delta 267, can I just take some vectors please to Foxtrot Romeo Alpha? Turn left. Copy that, left turn on to 360 for Delta 267, thank you. Because I mucked up the old departure there, it's given him enough space now. So, fine. I haven't had a takeoff for that, like that for a little bit. I need to, my flight pedals are just flown away underneath me. So, I've got to sort that out later, otherwise that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Right, flaps up. We need to keep going round now to 360. A firm, we can track the VOR on Foxtrot Romeo Alpha for 267. Copy that, we'll fly direct to Foxtrot Romeo Alpha for Delta 267. Much appreciated, we'll go for 267. Right, so we're now to track the VOR Foxtrot Romeo Alpha, so we'll see what it looks like. Let's just... I should get rid of my fuel tank. Right, that should get rid of that, that's fine. Just going to tune in to the centre now that we'll be going over to shortly on 136.10. Oh, not very happy with that departure. I don't know why it did that. Oh well. Yosemite departure, this is Delta 267, we're tracking Foxtrot Romeo Alpha, 14 to run. We're presently at 100, requesting step climb. Clear to 150 for Delta 267. Notice I just deleted a couple of waypoints as well during all that. So we'll just this is for our star coming in later, but just get that all in. Right. Well, that's a little bit better. We're okay now when we Delta. We're okay, and the stutters are stopped. But I need to sort out in a minute when I'm at my cruise. I need to try and get my pedals back. Oscar out for Lima after Foxtrot Romeo Alpha for Delta 7. Okay, so we need to go to the VOR now. Cleared to 390 for Delta 267, thank you. Okay, so we're cleared up to our cruise as well. 390. Go. Right, we need to figure out in a minute, once I've sorted out the aircraft and we're up to climb, I need to figure out why Navigraph is not accepting Oscar Alpha Lima. I'm up to the updated air rack. Let's have a little look. Think. Why would that not? Tell you what, let's go into oh, what's going on there? Why are we not doing that? No, it's not liking that. I'm gonna have to Google that a little bit. I think VGL. I don't know why we can't do that. We should be able to do that. Right, let's have a look. Set the transition. Good job. Oh, look at that! Look at that for scenery. That's quite nice, isn't it? Fly America a bit more often. Very, very nice. Right, let's do, oh, look at that, bit of wing view. We like a bit of wing view, don't we, guys? Good. Right, let me just check the aircraft. We'll come back to that in a second. I don't know what this loop thing's doing here. Something's in my FMC that's not good, so I need to sort that out in a minute. Right, what have we got to? Oscar Alpha Lima. We've got 102 to run and we're tracking it, that's fine. We'll climb into our cruise, that's okay. Do you know what? Right, it's now time to go down and under. I'm going to try and figure out what the flight pedals are done under here. So that was a little bit embarrassing, wasn't it? Stand by, guys. Right, a bit of a head rush. Alright, back with you guys. So we now have the flight pedals back up and running. And we've got Oscar Alpha Lima all programmed in. Tell you what one might be. Let's have a look at this. Oh, that's the star sorted. No, that shouldn't matter. Trying to figure out why we've got something in here that's not right. Tell you what we'll do. We'll do the old-fashioned plan. Figure out what's going on here. Something in the FMC is not right either. Zoom out a second. Right, so what is going on? So we're going up to nickel. But down Sudoku star. What's going on here? Romeo into Lima, 240. It's a bit odd. Zoom in. That seems fine. Rumps after Codel for Delta 267. Yeah, we copied the last instruction. After Codel, we'll head on to Rumps. Romeo Uniform Mike Papa Sierra for Delta 267. Okay, so we've got Rumps as our intersection. There we go. It's all good. See if that's going to initiate. It is. Right, so we should be all right now, guys. That was a bit of a rubbish departure, wasn't it? That was a bit of a rubbish departure. Here's a bit of wing view. And I'm not going to speak too early, but it stutters. I'm not there at the moment. All good. Oop. Get out of that. So we need to figure out, I'll have a look on Google tomorrow, why we can't get a flight plan into the desktop. There's a Navigraph chart desktop though. Why would that be? We'll have a little look at that. See if we can get some of these waypoints in here. This route is invalid. Don't know why that is. Don't know why that is. Right, let's get rid of that. Quite a nice scenic route tonight. Lots of mountains over the coming out over the desert. There she is. So next waypoint is Rumps. Sorry, it's not. It's Codel VOR Oscar Alpha Lima. It's 39 miles, and then we're going on to a Rumps intersection. So what have we got? Codel or Coldel 117.7. That's all good. We're going to accept Rumps. Oh yeah, we're going to accept Rumps in there. That's good. I can see the other guys in front. Ah, that's the only other thing, VGL. Can't see the other guys. I can see them on my moving map here. Ooh, hello chicken. Oh no, not that one. I've moved the wrong moving map. Oh, it's all gone Pete Tom. Alright, there we go. That should be a bit better. So you guys won't be able to see the other AI aircraft. Is there anything I can think of? That's not the end of the world though, is it? Let's just write this down at the bottom. There we go, that'll do. Looking good. Matt, how long is the flight? The flight, well, we've got an ETA. If you look up on the top right hand screen, depending on your device, you will see the ETA 21:52. So we've got an hour to go, but we've still got quite a long star coming in. So I estimate our local time here, we will land at around about 10:20. The actual flight itself is actually just short of 2 hours, but with the SIDS and the stars, and obviously with the late departure, yeah, we're going to be looking at about 10:15. Yeah, that's the only thing, isn't it, VGL? We can't see the other aircraft on Navigraph, but that's not a biggie. It's not a big. Oh, there you go. You can even see the VORs. Is that a bit better? You can see which airway and what I'm tracking. It's quite good. Pack 2, I've got a warning light. Can't work out because I've got all my packs on fine. So the packs are all okay there. I think it is a glitch in the PMDG when there's something wrong. One of the settings, it puts pack 2 on, I remember. It's something to do with fuel. Okay. That's a shame. Yeah, it's a shame, but I quite like it still because yeah, I quite like the charts. You can see the charts. You can follow the charts. We've got obviously a moving map. You can see the arrow there. So I think I'm going to stick to Navigraph. We need to play a little bit of catch up. So we're just turning off of Codale now, and we're heading up to Rumps, which actually, if I switch over to the high altitude, can you see Rumps? There we go. You can even see Rumps on the high altitude. There you go. And then we're going to follow Juliet 148, and we'll wait for our next waypoint. Almost to our cruise. 300 to go, and she's looking quite good. That's me. After Rumps, we'll head on to Cats on to Kilo Alpha Tango Tango Sierra for Delta 267. Okay, so no, I've set it up to go on X-Plane, but at the weekend I'm going to have a play around with it, see if I can get it going. But yeah, I've installed the plug-in, everything. I've followed all the instructions. I've just obviously been at work, so I haven't managed to get it going. No, not at all. Yeah, that's it. Then install plugin, then check that it goes in your plugin file, which it did, and it's all in there, like I say, and I booted up X-Plane, it's fine. But what I need to do is have someone on the other end, obviously, to test Join FS, and what I thought is if I jump on my other computer, I can create a dummy and ping it, just to test it. I've got all my SynConnect files set up anyway, so as far as I know, I don't have to. It all looked to install okay, so yeah. I'll have a look at the weekend, see if I can get it. And you know, if I've got a spare moment and all the rest of it, then what I'll do is I'll maybe ping you an email, see if you're around, just to test the see if it works. But it looks quite simple. That's the thing with X-Plane. Actually, the plugins are quite simple, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Right. Yeah, Monday night works for me. Well, the thing is, obviously with my streaming as well, I'd like to, all the main streamers now are on X-Plane because I think it is the future. So I've got to get myself a good 737 and learn it in the X-Plane, and I think eventually in the very far future I will literally turn off FSX and prepared and go over to X-Plane, but that'll be a long way off. So what I need to do is start learning to fly aircraft in X-Plane properly, and if that's the case, then I can help John and anyone else that wants to go on X-Plane. Alright, buddy. Over to Nevada Center on 136.10 for Delta 267, thank you. Nevada Center, a very good evening to you. This is Delta 267 with you at flight level 390, direct to CATS, Kilo Alpha Tango Tango Sierra, 34 to run, and we're requesting further navigation. After CATS to Kitten on Kilo India Tango Tango November for Delta 267, thank you. So guys, sorry about that, I was just speaking to Ian about that new bit of software that we're trying to test out at the moment. So having a look at the Navigraph chart, if you're following it, I think it's really good. VGO, I think this is a way forward because you can see all the intersections there. You've got CATS, and I can see CATS. I can't see Kitten, which is the next intersection. Is it on the charts? It'll be on here, but the only problem, the other thing with Navigraph, you obviously got high altitude and low altitude. Obviously the jetways, etc. I'm on high because that's where CATS is. If Kitten is on a low altitude, because the guys just use any fix or intersection, obviously to point the give us the direction where they want us to go. There's Kitten. Can you see? So basically, if we head literally almost due west, due east by Wilson's Creek, can you see Kitten there? So we go CATS, cross, then over to basically use almost Juliet 198 into Kitten. So I can see it there. So that's fine. But yeah, so you have to keep toggling in and off of the high-low altitude. So they go, oh, what's going on? Speed brake's not extended. What is going on here? Pack 2's still up. Pack 2's down there. Must have hit the speed brake by accident while I was talking to you. Right, okay, so let's get Kitten in here. Because we're at 19 to run to CATS. So Kitten. There we go, Kitten's in. And is that going to work? No. I tell you what, that's not part of it, that's why. I thought part of the start was Romeo India Lima, but I don't think it is. Can't get that approach information again. And we'll bring up the charts as well in a minute as well. Bring up the charts for the arrival airport. I think that's a VOR that's nearby. I have to check that with the guys upon approach. Right, let's get the approach charts up. It's a homemade star. So, tell you what, let's get this up here. Ching ching. Hopefully you can see that okay. And we are going into Eagle County. Download charts. There we go. And the star is there's a runway 25. Let's get that up. There's Jesse. Come into, let's have a look at this. Let's work this out. So Trull, and then Jesse. Well, there's Jesse over to the right. Boom, boom, boom. I swear we had an ILS for 25. Yeah, ILS 109.75. So we've got an ILS. Can't see Trull on the graph, but do you remember this is a homemade star coming in? There's Romeo Lima Golf. So we're coming in, obviously coming in from the west to east, so that's fine. Can you also see where it says aircraft outside of the chart bounds? Because like I said last night with the long and lat, it's very clever. Okay, so this chart's not doing me much use, to be honest. Okay, transitions 180. And you can see you've got a lot of minimum altitude restrictions. And you've got an offset LDA as well. LDA with glide slope. It's going to be an interesting arrival. I can see where they're putting us around, but I can't see because it comes down here. It's not standard, obviously, star arrival. What else have we got to help us? That's runway 12, which we're not. That's parking and airport information. Look, coming to runway 12, vacate the runway to the left or right. The right's the National Guard, so I'm assuming it's the left. I forgot anything else. We've got approach. If I look at approach now, that was the approach, wasn't it? Anything else to help us out on this? It's the same. No, see star button there. There's nothing under star. I think we're just going to have to trust the aircraft and be at the altitudes that ATC assign us. I can see where we're going to come in. We're coming from Jesse, obviously Trull is quite far out, and we're coming from basically west to east, literally on a heading of really 080 to hit the Kremlin VOR, which is Romeo Lima Golf, and then literally head right on 184, and then I'm assuming, shouldn't assume, but 184 degrees to footy at 202. You can see there 202.02, and then last turn onto the right. So it's pretty much close to the standard star. Right. Okay. So that's what we're doing. Right, let's get back to the map. So Kitten, as you can see, is coming in there. Do like this. Do like this. Wilson's Creek. Just working out where we're going in terms of we're heading, starting. Yeah, we'll start. Okay. Salt Lake City boundary there. So we're actually in Salt Lake City airspace, but literally that's me. VOR Juliet November Charlie 112.40 after kidding Delta 27. Okay, cool. So we've got our next waypoint, which is Juliet November Charlie. AFM 292. Tell you what, we need to do a bit more outside shots tonight, guys, because it's quite scenic, this American scenery. I don't fly in America that much, actually. I normally do Europe, because obviously that's in, so it's quite nice. I'll tell you what we haven't done for a little bit. There she is. Like a good wing view. Right, how's my whiskey doing as well? Wind conditions up here, we're at 390, it's quite high. We've got 41 knots coming out 314, so not too bad. We're obviously in the 747, so quite happy with that. VGL thumbs up. Is that? I'm guessing that's the wing view you're on about. Like a good wing view. Quite chilled out music as well. I downloaded some royalty-free music, so we'll run with that. I've got a mixture. I've got a bit of Spanish guitar. I've got a bit of this is called, what's this called? Buddha Lounge Bar Music, Dubai edition. Came back from Dubai in November. So how we do on the old ETA? Well, you can see the progression bar at the top there, and we're now predicted a 21:52, 392 mile to go. But I do predict that we'll come. We're coming at around about 10:15 probably. Might be a little bit later. How are the sound level, guys? Can you hear the music? Can you hear the? Can you hear the engines? Can you hear me? Hopefully the sound levels are alright, because obviously I can't hear what's going on while I'm streaming. I've got Twitch in front of me, but obviously with the sound off, I've got the headset on. So just let me know, feedback's always good. And I've redone the pedals, so I'm hoping arrival is a lot better than departure. That was awful. That's probably one of the worst departures I've done for about a year. It's a little bit embarrassing. Never mind. Never mind. Quite like this music. Sounds are good, mate. Cheers, VGL. Always can rely on you, buddy. Right, we'll make this a bit bigger. Right. Now, did I put Juliet November? Yeah, there we go. Juliet November Charlie, and we've got 291 to run, and that will basically, we'll run that. Now we'll run that at 067 degrees for all the way until the star probably. So I can see some traffic ahead. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get some. Where are we? There's some traffic ahead. There we go. Don't know if you can see that red writing, and you can just about see his outline. That's Speedbird 007. We're catching him up. He's also in a 747, but he's going a bit slower. I've got active sky on real world weather, so we'll see what that looks like. There he is. Right, okay, so basically we'll see if we can speed it. See if we can see if we can speed her up a little bit. Oh, that's a great view. If I had a wing view set up on that right hand side, which I don't because I've got it set up on the left hand side, let's see if I can quickly set up a wing view on the right hand side. How can I do that? How can I do that, guys? Community. Oh, hello, chicken. 747. Ching, ching, ching. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Find a view. Find a view. 747, come on. Right, I want. Where's. I want the right hand view. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't want that view. Hey Dave, do you want me to pass you down some cookies? Or a tow rope? Yeah, I'm trying to get you in shot at the moment. I'm trying to get a good view of you. Depends who's been a naughty boy, doesn't it? I can't get it. I can't get it, guys. He's going to be... I'm going to go beyond him in a minute. I'm trying to get that view for you. Easy dot. No, chase plane, buddy. Chase plane. I love chase plane. A little bit to set up, but once you got it going, it's brilliant. I won't go away from chase plane. Really recommend chase plane. I can't find this right hand view. I'll tell you what, we can try and manually do it. Okay, let's go to the Tau, because there goes Dave. There's Dave over there. I can see him over there. Right, let's go Tau. How can I I can zoom in. Can I move? No. No. I'm gonna have to do that once we're on the ground, because I can't get a I can't program in a left sorry, right wing view. I should really have it on there. Firm. Guys are having a laugh because the approach, as we saw on the charts, quite a lot of high altitude, and obviously the airport's at 6,400, and also we're quite closely bunched up. They're having a laugh. Oh, I'm going quite well in terms of they're all having a laugh that I'm going really fast. I haven't got the map rating at the moment. I've got 267 knots. Sorry, yes, I have got Mach. Mach is 0.856 for Delta 267. Yeah, I'm not going the fastest. I've just put in a cost index of 100, so that's achieved obviously 267 Mach 856. Nice. So what we're saying, there's Dave over there. He's just thinking how have I managed to get that fast, but the rest of the guys in 737s, I'm in 747. You guys, I don't know what you lot are complaining about, because at least you guys can land at our destination. I don't know if I've got enough runway. It's good. It's gonna test me. Full auto brakes, full flaps. And you need 9,000 for a 747, I think. Oh, full tank. No, I'm only joking. I've got hardly anything. No, I've got hardly anything. What have we got? Hang on. I did short distance. 42,000 pounds left. And you remember that? Yeah, but the 747 does burn it off. Hang on, let me see what my predicted is. One sec. Oh, I don't ever do percentage. How can you see that? Hang on, one sec. Oh yeah, I don't have all the display up on the top left. I'll get that back up in a sec. One sec. Right, I'm going to land with about £12,000 worth of fuel. But obviously, you know, I always keep a bit just in case we have to go around or divert. And in terms of percentage at the moment, I'm on 20% of fuel. So with that calculation, I'll probably land, without any go arounds or anything, about 6% of fuel. Probably. Well, do you know what? I've learnt my lesson once with these ATC controllers about holding and going around and diverting. So I always have enough fuel. He's had his Weetabix this morning. So guys, they're just talking about the route, they're talking about the speeds coming in. Obviously it'll be an interesting rival because I'm actually obviously quite short of runway, so full auto brakes, full flaps. Probably, like I say, should be in the 737 tonight, but there we go. Right, let's have a look, see where we are. We've got now still 200 to run to Juliet November Charlie. Just going to pop that in on my flight sim commander. Grand Junction on 112.4. So there we go, that's where we're going. Let's have a look. Set up my Grand Junction display on there. There we go. So we're all set. Ground speed 502. Indicated airspeed is 272, and Mach 856. So going along quite nicely. Winds again picked up a little bit, 50 knots at 312, but it shouldn't bother this 747. Need to get that right wing sorted. See if we get a right wing view happening. Utah Control on 136.20, Delta 267, thank you. Utah Centre, very good evening to you. This Delta 267 with you at flight level 390, direct to Juliet November Charlie, Grand Central Junction, and we've got 181 to go. Continue as far to Grand Junction for Delta 267, thank you. There we go, so just tuned in on Utah Centre now, so we've just changed frequencies. Look at that. Look at the reflection and the rivets on the PMDG. That's why I love the PMDG. Just the detail. Detail goes into that. Let's see if we can find Grand Junction, Juliet November Charlie on the Navigraph. There it is. Can you see that? Grand Junction 112.40. And I'd imagine from that point onwards, that's our destination there. Eagle County, and looking at the map, there's, you see, there's that Trul waypoint, and there's Rifle Romeo India Lima on 110.60, and yeah, so we'll make our descent down there. Need to be at Rifle at 240. Wow, so we got, so we come across, like I said, to the east, and just trying to figure if we got there's so there we go, go east. There's Romeo Lima Golf. That's what I mean. We're going to come out a little bit, so that's why our timing is going to come in at around about 20 past 10, I reckon, because we'll come out up here. Oh. Romeo India Lima Rifle 110.6 after Juliet November Charlie Delta 267. There we go. So we need to put now. I put in rifle before, but it pinged off somewhere else. Look, let's just try and see if it picks up now. It picks up okay now, I think. And we will just, there we go, all in, all in. There we go. There's obviously another Romeo India Lima somewhere else because it picked it up. Pinged me over to the west before, so hopefully that will be okay. There we go. And actually we need to be overhead at 240, so we'll put that in. Go. So flight level 240, Romeo India Lima, that's rifle. Onto True, Jesse. That's what I was looking at actually. Trying to find Jesse on here, but it's probably on low altitude maps. So there we go. There we go. We're catching the others up now. We're third in line. We overtook obviously earlier Speedbird 007, but yeah, we're catching up 142 and KLM 618. And as you can see there, we've got 301 nautical miles to go. So yeah, we've got 228 nautical miles to go direct to Colorado, but obviously with the star that the FMC's worked out, we're actually about 300 miles, so it gives you about an extra 70 miles. So yeah, it's the difference of creating a star. Good wing view, like a good wing view. I must admit, for scenery wise, we're doing alright, and I mean it obviously helps with the weather. Still at 51 knots, and yeah, that's Orbix for you. So it's Orbix Global and North America. So like I say, next waypoint will be, well, we'll get over to Grand Junction, which is Juliet November Charlie 112.40, and then we'll head on to Romeo India Lima, which is rifle 110.60. Must admit, I'm quite impressed with the old Navigraph map. Like I say, I might have to look at redoing the stream. Might have a new layout. Who knows? Next time you log on, it might look a bit different. I'll tell you what, the attention to detail on the PMPG, look, you just need to look at the guys, there's actually even simulated guys. Look at that, I don't know if you can see that or not. And the rivets. Pretty good, eh? Pretty good. Don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. doesn't look good in terms of lighting now. What time did I put in? Ooh. That can't be right. It's not 0025. I don't know what the time is. It's not 25 past midnight, but it is getting a bit dusky. Could be landing with lights on. Still got to figure out this Navigraph, why I can't put a route in. Seems a bit daft. It might be I can't put a route in while I'm flying. So what I'll do is try it on a VATSIM flight and play around with it. I might have to do a bit of Googling on that one. Oh, it's definitely getting dusk, guys. So a 747 into Colorado, we are estimated about 3,000 feet short, and we're going to be flying into the dark. Looking at this, because there's the stars. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Oh, and we've got a lot of minimum altitude levels as well. Didn't plan that one. I thought I put in the daytime flying, but hello, come on. Does look like the sun's setting there. Good guys, let's have a little look. So 81 to Grand Junction. Like I say, I do like this Navigraph chart. See all the airwaves and the VORs and the intersections. Hope you guys are alright. I hope we've got VGL, Jamie's here, all good. Guys are all having a bit of a laugh there. They're saying about the separation, because like I say, I mean, I've overtaken, and I'm now catching up KLM 618. So obviously in the 747 it's a lot quicker. But I'm not at full speed. You know, I'm only at 855, and really the cruise for 747s are 865. So you know, and I've got plenty of fuel to burn off. Plenty of fuel to burn off. So yeah, estimated time of arrival, local time now. We've got at 21:52 at the top, but I predict that it'll be more like 10:15. That's UK time. So we'll see what that looks like as we come in. But we've got obviously that extra 70 miles to do on the star. And as it's getting a little bit dark, and lights are coming on, we can just see a vapour trail in front, and that is actually KLM 618. So we'll have to keep an eye on that in terms of separation as we're coming for descent and land. Let's have a look. Yeah, so just after Juliet November Charlie, we're gonna after descent. Yeah, I'm behind you. I'm at Mach 856 267. Okay, yeah. What speed are you going down to? 268 airspeed, I'll do 266, and over time and distance that should drop off a bit. Right, okay, so he wants me to adjust my speeds for separation, because as you can see he's just come onto the screen now. That's KLM 618, and we don't want to do any go-arounds holds. We had that for the last couple of nights, so we'll just now change our speed down to, well, I said 266, we'll do 265. I need to find out why Pack 2 is showing. I think it is a glitch. So we'll have a look at that. I don't have it that often, so we'll see. She does look nice when the sunset's going down, doesn't she? Must admit. She does look nice. The western desert of America. Looking good. I might just drop my speed down to 263 because I'm still catching up 618. Do like 7:30 or something like that, maybe. Yeah. Only because I work, John. It's only because I work, John. Otherwise, I do it during the day. Yeah, I'll just say to my boss, yeah, not coming in on Monday as just got some very important business. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. My time will come. I've got to earn the pennies to pay for all this flight sim stuff. Well, just about. I do it for the love. The guys are talking about being retired and how they get to spend a lot more time on the sim. So they want to meet up Monday night just to test this new bit of software again, so we'll probably do that. I really have mucked up here in terms of the time settings. We are really setting here, and we've still got about 40 minutes, so yeah, we'll see what that looks like. Let's just set up the approach, reset our altitude, so we'll do that in a second, and just put the flap speed in of 30, obviously full flaps as I haven't got that much runway to play with, so that's all good. And like it said, we'll just put down the altitude. Now the runway altitude is 6,500, so really we need to go down to 9. So we'll put 9,000 in. I mean, ideally we would do the step down with the altitudes because we're actually up in the mountains, but yeah. Now we'll just ask for a descent, so we'll just let the guys finish up. Just having a good old chat. Utah Center, this is Delta 267 requesting to set down to flight level 240 overhead rifle. Copy that, we'll correspond with KLM 618 with speed and separation from 267. KLM 618 says Delta 267, we're 6 nautical miles behind you and 12 o'clock position. We're at 263 and we can go down to 250 if that helps. Yep. Okay, Delta 2267 will go down to 250. Okay, so we're just having to reduce the speed a little bit more. We'll put the air brakes on, they're armed. There we go. So put the speed brakes on a little bit. We don't want to catch up 618, otherwise we will go in a hold this evening, and it's going to be a bit of a later arrival anyway because of that star. And so now we've come out of Grand Junction. We're heading on to Rifle on 116.60, and we've got 38 nautical miles to go. Descending now, like I say, down from 390 to 240, and we've got about 12,000 feet to do 36 nautical miles, so we are descending at about 3,000 feet per minute, but that's fine in a 747. Obviously another aircraft that would be a little bit steep, but yeah, looking okay. Looking okay for the arrival. What I am a little bit concerned about is obviously now we are getting dark, which normally I wouldn't bother with, but as we're going to be oh, stand by. Copy doses. Okay. Oh. Okay, so we're descending down into Eagle County, just copying the weather conditions. Yeah, so I'm not really bothered about you know, descending most of the time in night time, but we are in the middle of nowhere, Eagle County. The runway's not long enough. We've got altitude restrictions all over the place. Actually, we can probably start bringing up that, no, a bit too early yet. We need to get past True. We'll still keep the moving map on until True, and then we'll see if we can pick up that star with the coordinates. I want to use that tonight if we can. But yeah, we've got a lot of minimum altitude because of the mountains, and it looks like from the charts we're in a valley a little bit, so an interesting approach. And if it's anything like the departure, we're in for a treat, aren't we? I can't believe that. I can't believe my rudder pedals just slipped back like that. We were almost at V1 as well, weren't we? Oh well, never mind. The joys of simming, huh? The joys of simming. So I haven't done a departure like that for a long time. As you can see on the progression bar at the top now, 58 nautical miles to go. Arrival 21:54. If we look at the FMC, we have got keep on map, sort it all out. 100. Got 100 nautical miles, so that's the difference with this star approach coming in. 290 is the altitude at the moment, passing down, and we need to be at 240 in 17 miles, so all good on that front. Quite happy with that. Let's have a look. Are we catching the guy up in front? We're not. That's good. So everything's okay at the moment, and you remember the altitude of the airport is 6,450, so should be fun. That just check that, it was 6,400 something. Just bring up the charts. Runway 25. Let's have a look. Elevation levels. Yeah, elevation, no, sorry, beg your pardon, 6547. 6547 with the LDA at 8,330 with the glide slope at 9,800. So, yeah. Should be fine. We're outside the boundaries yet on that one, as it keeps saying up on that top right. So, but when we're in. I tell you what I do like VGO about the Navigraph is that you can print out. You got that print button there, so you can. I'm just listening. So if you were put. Okay, so we're jumping over to. There goes the spoilers off. We are going over to Eagle County now. It looks like, so we'll just program that in. Eagle County approach on 118.35. A lot of air traffic now going on in the earpiece, so obviously we're coming to the approach. And look at this, we are going to be arriving at night in the dark. Good job. Good job. Let's just check all my lights are active. Yeah, happy on that one, happy on that one, happy on that one. And we're happy on that one. I don't think I've streamed a night landing before. So, yeah. So it's the first, I think. First night landing, and we are. Look, I see. Look at this. Look at the altitude of the. There's a runway down there. That's just going. Oh. Garfield. Yeah, contact Eagle County approach on 118.35 Delta 267. Thank you for your assistance, Eagle. Bye bye. County Eagle approach, very good evening to you. This is Delta 267. We're descending now down to flight level 200 for Trull, and we're a Speedbird 744 Heavy. Copy that for the non-standard arrival into Eagle County. We have Trull, Jesse, Guvo and Kremlin at the VOR on 113.80 for Delta 267 and be overhead at 140. Okay, so... There we go. So they want me at 140 over Romeo Lima Golf, which I've done, which is fine. Right. So let's see what we do with the charts here. See if we can get it coming in. Maybe hit low altitude, see if we can bring up the low altitude map. Let's have a look. There we go. There we go. So guys, we can see now, let's zoom in a little bit. We've got Trull, which we're just hitting the intersection now, 2 nautical miles to go. We're going to head up to Jesse. Jesse onto Guvio, then to on the Kremlin VOR, which is Romeo Lima Golf 113.80, and then we'll literally do quite a tight right hand turn heading on to Footy, Kimball, River, Varley and into pick up the ILS-25 Eagle County. Hopefully you can see that on your map there. We'll try and figure out if I can get that coming up on the old Navigraph. Eagle County Delta 267. Can I just get the local QNH please? Copy that 10244 Delta 267. Right, okay. Getting a bit low here, aren't we? They said the minimum altitude is 140. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. It's good, nice and scenic for the passengers. Nice and scenic. Right. Should we see if we can bring up this star? See if we'll. No, we're still out on that. We need to hit Jesse, so we'll come back to that. Once we're at Jesse, we'll bring up that that map. We're en route to Jesse now, 18 miles away. ATC are going mad now. They're trying to separate the aircraft. We've got two in front. We've got Speedbird 142, 12 nautical miles from that 618, then myself, then Speedbird 007. So 4 aircraft, and they're doing a great job getting us all separated in for approach into Eagle County. Let's tune in now the tower frequency. Copy, Delta 267. Okay, we're at 250. We'll reduce down to 240 for Delta 267. Okay, so he wants me to reduce my airspeed. So yeah, what was I saying? Putting the tower frequency onto 122.60 for Eagle County Tower. That's what we use on TeamSpeak. And you can see, actually, look at that. You can see the star now on the ND. So see that. There you go. We're going all the way around there, so that's good. So the airport now should be actually at our 3 o'clock. Not that we're going to see it. It's probably just... Ah, there it is. I can see it right in the distance. So over this ridge and drop down in the valley. So we're literally going to go around this ridge. I don't know if you can see that on your screen. I can see it on there. Right, we're at 14,000. That's fine. That's good. Happy days. We need to be at 14,000 until 40. How many miles does that get down to? 14,000, 7,000, that's 7,000 in between, isn't it? So 7,000 to do 24 nautical miles. That should be fine. Remember, we're... yeah, so we do need a really nice slow speed to come in. Delta 267. Just after Kremlin, we've got Foti, Kemble, Riviera, Varley into 25 for the ILS. Copy that, thank you. Okay, so and we've got the published star done by the guys as Foti, Kimball, Riviera, Varley, which we can actually see. I don't know if you can see that. We're just coming to Jesse now, so I'll switch over to the star, but that means I don't think you're going to see these intersections down here. So we're going to head on to the Kremlin now. The Kremlin VOR, Romeo Lima Golf 113.8. Right, that was what I was going to do. So we're hitting Jesse there. View charts. Ooh. Hello. There I am. Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? It's now on that chart. Oh.
Something's wrong. Please try again.
What? Siri? No, Siri, go away. I didn't ask for you. I need to turn Siri off. Blinking iPhones. That's quite hilarious. Siri's activated for some reason though. Right, yeah, so look at the chart. It's on the chart. Do you like that VGL? I like that. Don't know if you can see it on your screen, but we've got now my position is on that chart there, looking quite good, and we should be turning. Actually, we should be. Oh no, we've got one more waypoint. Sorry, I thought it was calling me then. Yeah, we've got one more waypoint. Goof you, and then Romeo Lima Golf. Sorry, the guys are so funny. Right, they're all lining up quite nicely. You can see also on the ND display here, the aircraft coming in. So you can see all these triangles, not triangles, diamonds. So there we go. And we're heading to Govview, as you can see. Right. Oh wow, look how dark it's got. Look how dark it's got. This is going to be an interesting approach, guys. This is going to be an interesting approach. Look at the detail where you've got some of the cabin lights on, some of the window shutters down, we've got the pilots in, and if I was to switch the lights on, which is this button here, there you go, you can see, I don't know if you saw, there's a slight flicker of light in the cockpit, and that's a bit light, so we're going to turn that off, lights off for landing. Okay, here we go, lights off for landing. Right, okie dokie. We've come off the chart a little bit because we're just now heading, we'll come back on in a minute, we're just going off, we're just passing Govview, and then we'll come down to the Kremlin VOR. I will just start setting the aircraft for approach now, so I might go a little bit quiet because obviously I've got a bit of a challenge here. Right, so we've got that in. Right. Right, okay, we've got the ILS in. The ILS is in. Let's double check that. So the ILS. I just want to check that. It's 10975. But I've got 108. Ooh, okay, we've got a discrepancy to what the charts are saying. What's Flight Sim Commander saying? Chicken, come on. Right, so I've got three ILS frequencies here. I've got 110.10. The LDA is on 109.75, and for some reason, definitely runway 25, I've got 108.30. What's going on? And that is the ILS. Look, ILS for 25. We're going to trust the aircraft. I'm going to trust the aircraft, because I know that's the LDA DME. Okay, I'm going to trust the aircraft. I might have to manually fly it in if it doesn't pick up the ILS, which it should do. There we go. Cool. We're getting dark now. We're coming down, and we hit Kremlin there, as you can see, and we're Kremlin. We're going to reduce the speed back. Reduce the speed back now to 200. Catching up KLM 618 there. So there we go, 200. And we'll just have a look at this chart. See the chart, we're coming off there. And next waypoint is Footy. There we go. Flaps 1. And where do we need to be? We need to be at 11.725. We've got 3 nautical miles to go, and we're at 13. So that'll be fine. go. Line up nicely. We'll put the localizer. No. Oh, is the localizer coming or not? It wanted to go on. I might just put in. It's a little bit difficult this, because I've never had this where I've had 3 different frequencies for the ILS. The localizer wanted to come on then.
2500.
And we've got 10,800 there. Should be fine. Cleared to 9,000 for Delta 267, thank you. Quite low. We've got caution terrain coming up as well. 9,000 is the minimum altitude. Still can't get this. Do you want, let's put in the 109.75. See if that works. Shut up. No, you don't need to pull up yet. It's 9,000. 9,000 is the minimum altitude I've got. Shut up. Well, that is terrain ahead of me, and I think we're just about to hit it, which is a bit. There we go. Well, the minimum altitude did say 9,000. Here we go. Right, manual controls. Always trust your instruments. Right. Delta 267, yeah, we've descended down to 9,000, but we have hit terrain, so we are currently descending rapidly, trying to remain control of the aircraft. Istanbul. Oh dear. Well, maybe I should have trusted the aircraft. Come on, get out of it. Yeah, Delta 267, we've hit the deck. Well, that's not a successful flight. I haven't done one of them for a long time. It said the minimum altitude was 9,000 on the chart. Come on. Yeah, stand by. Right. A firm can give us a vector heading for 267. Turning right onto 110 for 267. Two 267. Come on, let's speed up now. Right, similar to my 738 landing earlier. Yeah, well, I normally, obviously, I'm okay, but obviously don't trust the charts. 9,000 it said was the minimum altitude. Always trust the aircraft. Heading 215, Delta 267. Well, not the most successful. Oh well. Copy that. Have you got the minimum altitudes at the moment? I'm at 120 and I need to be down at 7,000 for the runway threshold. Copy that. And have you got the ILS frequency, please? Because we've got 2 on our system. Copy that. 110.10 for Delta 267. Thank you. Right. 210 for Delta 267. Descent down to 10,000 Delta 267. Oh, that's a negative. I haven't got the glide slope for Delta 267. Delta 267, we've got airfield in sight, but we're not on the ILS, so we're landing manually in the dark. Copy for 267. Copy that for 267, thank you. 267, we can confirm we've got a sight of runway in sight. Onto the tower, 122.60 for Delta 267. Eagles counted, Delta 267, I'm with you on a visual manual landing and a 747 in the dark. Appreciate as much distance as possible, Delta 267. Going down 6,500, Delta 267. Runway is inside Delta 267. Exit to left when able for Delta 267.
2500. Caution, terrain. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Too
1000.
high. Too high.
Yeah, A firm Delta 267 going around, going around.
Approaching. 25.
Climb and maintain 6,000 altitude and remain on the runway head of Delta 267. Turning 320 Delta 267. Climb and maintain 10,000 Delta 267.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Contact Eagle County approach on 18354 Delta 267.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Eagle County approach, this is Delta 267, we've gone around, we're back with you on a heading of 320 and we're climbing to flight level 100 and we'll appreciate vectors into 25. Well, this hasn't all gone to plan. I'll tell you what, I do like that moving map, I'm quite happy with that. The stutters seem to have gone. Turn right 010 for Delta 267. So I'm quite happy with that, but obviously it wasn't great doing this in the dark, and also the charts there said 9,000. Yeah, we'll appreciate that. We'll stay at 100, and if you can give us descent down into 25, it would be much appreciated. We understand it's quite steep, and just remind you we're in a 744 heavy. Delta 267. Oh, it gone dark. Yeah, it's gone dark. Has gone dark, and it's also not very good because if you've just tuned in, you've missed a rather impressive crash into a mountain, because I've read the chart and I'm going to read it again, but that waypoint said 9,000 as minimum altitude. I should have listened to the yeah, so we'll fly direct to Oscar Romeo November Tango Hotel for Delta 267. Yeah, that's him. Habux on Hotel Alpha Bravo Uniform X-ray for Delta 267. I missed the crash, we'll have to watch back. I know, it's the first time I've crashed for a very long time, but I've learnt a bit tonight. Yeah, and after Habux we'll head on to Kimball on Kilo India Mike Bravo Lima. Copy that, so we'll take Val into 2-5 for 267. It doesn't help, Jeff, that I'm in the dark. Yeah, I thought I set up the FMC for daytime, but not FMC, the actual, yeah, no one, never mind. Okay, I'm climbing to 110 for Delta 267. Sorry Jeff, I've got that broken transmission there. I've got Habux as in the next waypoint, is that AFM? And then so we've got Habux, Kimball, Val into 2-5 for 267. Delta 267 with you at 110. Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'll do with that FS Commander, but I'm a bit annoyed because I've got Navigraph charts up at the moment, and it said minimum altitude 9,000. You cleared me down to 9,000. That made sense. The aircraft kept on coming up with the terrain warning. I thought, wow, that's only because it's low, like it does at Innsbruck. But obviously hit the edge of that ridge because I couldn't see what was going on because obviously it's dark, and they wouldn't normally fly this route in the dark either with those. Can you just tell me what altitude I need to be at Val? Okay, at Val, yeah. We'll try that. Oh, I hit it by 100 feet. Can't believe it. So if I'd have been 100 foot high, I would have cleared that ridge, wouldn't I? Oh, how annoying. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, Delta 267 was still at 110 for Val. Descending down to, was that 10,500? Yeah, I've got Eagle and then Washi at 9,800 for the glide scope. So it's quite a steep descent down, isn't it? And the elevation's at 6540, isn't it? Quite an ironic song at the moment. So I've obviously got Jeff vectoring me into... That's a negative. We should come on to localizer soon. I have got runway in sight again for Delta 267. Just to confirm, localizer 110.10. No, it's not. I'm going manual. 267. Yeah, Jeff, it didn't pick up the localizer again. Or very late. 268 at the moment. Yeah, Delta 267, we've got visual of airfield. Yeah, Eagle County Tower again on 122.60, second time round. Here we go, Delta 267. Eagle Tower, Eagle County Tower, very good evening to you again. This is Delta 267 with you at a slightly better altitude. We are on a visual manual landing, a 747 Heavy in the dark. We got visual of airfield. Exit to the left when able, number 1 for landing, Delta 267. Yeah, all emergency vehicles on the airfield would be much appreciated. My passengers had a bit of a bumpy ride, to say the least, for Delta 267.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
1,000.
Copy that for 267, thank you.
Too high, too high. Approaching 25.
Sink rate.
500.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
50, 30, 20, 10.
All I've got is Orbex, that's all I've got. Right, well I did run the elevation tool earlier, but I didn't see if it was in the list, I must admit. Yeah, I didn't know it was in the enabled. Delta 267 clear of active, taxi to gates. Yeah, apologise for that. I don't know what's happened with the senior issues. I thought that was all sorted. So yeah, actually Delta 267, we're on the blocks and we're ready for shutdown. Yeah, no, sorry about that. I'll figure out what that is. I did run the tool, the elevation tool, before we came on, so I don't know why that's happened like that. Me and Jeff have worked out. I looked at the minimum altitude level at 9,000, and it was actually meant to be 10,400, we think. But I actually clipped a ridge at about 100 feet. So if I'd have been 100 feet above, I would have made the first arrival in. And obviously after that, it all went to pot. So I was way too high as I came in for the approach. So. But no, learning curve. but no, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. Landing a 747 in the dark into Eagle County, I probably won't ever do that again. No, it's good fun, bit of a challenge, good fun. Right guys, well, not as successful as I thought it was going to be. Obviously I've got a bit of an elevation level there because everyone's a bit higher than me. I've got Orbix running. I thought I'd run the elevation tool in vectors, but it's not worked. So yeah, you know, had better evenings, but that's the first time I've crashed for a little bit. Obviously I should have probably maybe looked at the chart a little bit sooner, so a bit of a learning curve. Missed the elevation of 10,400 at Eagle, but there we go. So second time round though, seem to have landed her nicely, a manual landing, and considering that we're 3,000 feet short of what we should be on the runway length, we still managed to get her down and taxied into the gate. So hey, not a bad evening. So we're all learning. Tomorrow night I won't be on, like I say I should be on over the weekend, but we'll see how that works. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks VGL, nicely done. Cheers buddy. Those who have been on, hope to see you guys soon, and I'll put the next stream on the schedule, so just watch the Twitch channel and you'll see the schedules come up. Hope you have a good evening, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.